All right. Well, I got banned from TikTok for no reason for the replay crew. Bella Storm popped up in chat. If y'all remember her, hell, we thought she got. I thought she was dead and got banned. Yeah. So I was happy to find Bella because, she was a day one crack 40 supporter and she come through on a different name. And all I said was I thought she's dead. But I was planning on doing a double penetration of social media with her and TikTok because I'm getting a lot of local TikTok attention and sponsors, real sponsors. Got real merch for sale and was really wanting to do a open panel on TikTok, town hall meeting, and over here on YouTube. But we're here on YouTube. TikTok got banned till Christmas Eve. Yeah, like 20 minutes ago on Christmas Eve. I appealed it and lost it, so that hurts my money. Like, I get paid from there. So get memberships or super chats here, help make the mayor's check great again. Mark Stewart, you all know, is Harlan County, Kentucky Transparency. He has entered the District 2 magistrate race here in Harlan. So for a fellow YouTuber is running for District 2 magistrate. It's going to be a very interesting political race with Crack 40 TV in the middle. We'll probably get Austin Miller. He made a big old awesome brisket. I was just looking at it. So he said he'll pop up in a minute. We had Sean Miller on here. We had Mitch Alford on here, who's running for county judge executive the other night, and they was having good conversation. I'll have my podcast up and running about 2 days after Christmas. It looks like I've got Amos Pace running for mayor in Everett. I got him, the Sage guy, Bobby Crider running for District County Judge Executive, Austin Miller, Sean Miller. I had a lot of people coming on. So the podcast is going to be the shit. Crack 40 TV Unplugged. I'm going to get it hooked up on Spotify and Apple, iTunes, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And yes.
Hey, man, what's the best advice you can give someone that's in sales?
Switch to Monday CRM.
I was awesome. Spoke to earlier today.
You're thinking about old school CRM.
By the Godfather, Big Jim Roddy. He spoke highly well to me. What's up, Tommy? I got banned, bro. They banned me for 3 days for saying something. I think it was when I said, I thought something happened to Bella, who was in there under Queen V. She's a day one crack 40 supporter and vanished forever. She's from like Compton. And hell, I think that's what got me banned because it said like hate shit. I ain't saying nothing bad or cuss or nothing. I don't get it. So I had to jump back over here one time. Oh, but yeah. I said, fuck you, Dan Mosley, our county judge executive. And I told his son, I spoke to his son while I was getting gas, and Jim Roddy was giving me my flowers, and he actually took down my official complaint and why I was pissed off and said, fuck you, Dan Mosley. And Dan Mosley's son is a nice, respectful young feller. So, with TikTok and Facebook more than YouTube locally right now, well, I'm deep in the game, you could say. I didn't need my TikTok live took right now either, for nothing. Lord. But anyway, the link's in the chat if anybody wants to come up. McDonald's called on for this morning. We've seen some tax write-offs. I mean, cop shop with a cop going on at Walmart earlier, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, successful day on selling the hoodies. Still got plenty left. We get them going tomorrow. But I'm mad my motherfucking TikTok got took for nothing. So, I tell you what, I'm debating on doing something right quick. I can't believe they done took my TikTok again. I got a backup account. I'm gonna have to it's got like 3,500 followers or 7,000. I'm gonna have to just use it too, I guess. Because I need TikTok and Facebook Live more than YouTube, but I make money over here too. I make $100 a month, not even hardly running lives anymore. So it ain't what it was. What's up, Danny Haley? Are you gooning today or edging? But I'm thinking about getting out. Well, good. They shouldn't bother you. Tell them beat me up. I ran a nice, long, hard cock up in them. Take care of them. But I'm thinking about restreaming and getting back out since TikTok's took. All good. I'm good. Malcolm said on the plunger. But I was real hyped to stream and got my TikTok banned in 2 minutes for nothing. And was fixing to have a good stream go on. So I'm pissed off and mad now. But I'm waiting on Mark Stewart. Harlan County, Kentucky transparency to all the local YouTube fam. Is running for District 2 Magistrate. So think about this. James down in District 5. Well, James heard he ain't going to get beat probably. Unless he just dies or quits. Jim Roddy, same. I told him that to his face a minute ago when he hugged me and showed me love. He ain't going to be out of office unless he wants to be. Up Cumberland. Well, that's up for grabs with Powell Brown and stepping out to step up to run for county judge executive. When Powell Brown loses that race, if he loses, what the fuck's he gonna do? And then if you go to District 1 and District 2, well, you got 15 motherfuckers in each county, each district canceling out each other's votes. That just makes it easier for who I want to get in. And then if I can get what I want in life, Mitch, to run with Kobe Giles for county judge executive, brother, politics in Harlan will be about good. Coming home from Christmas from overseas. Well, that's good. I'm supposed to have some breaking news before anyone else also, but I can't speak a word of what it is or anything. But I got breaking news coming. But links in the chat. I think since it's nighttime, I might get back out and do some kind of streaming instead of sit here and just talk, since I can't do TikTok open panel now and reach more of a local audience like I was trying to do. Or somebody can come up here and tell me why Ernie Shell and that girl already broke up. I bet she didn't know much about him having HIV until I went on panel and busted him down. I got banned for nothing, Jesse. Have you ever rode in a fire truck naked, Danny Haley? You ever just drove that thing around Sunshine naked? I bet farts off them leather seats explode. Yeah, I didn't do nothing wrong and got banned. Nothing. I think it's because it said town hall local politics. I'm not Erica Kirk. Oh yeah, them cold seats would probably make it difficult to get hard. Yeah. You fart on them, warm them up a couple of times. You should be able to drive and goon and shift gears. Yeah, it's kind of like juggling, gooning, shifting, and stirring all at one time. It can be done. But, so what do y'all think about Egypt and Erica Kirk? What do y'all think about all this shit? Candace Owens exposing all this stuff. What's his name? It used to be on Fox News is backing her too. I watch him out. Tucker. Oh, buttfucker Tucker Carlson. He speaks the truth. So what's really going on with Charlie Kirk's people? Seems to me like that old dude used to beat Erica Kirk's back out, back beating her back out. And there's something going on over there at Tampon TPUSA, whatever you want to call it. Something's fucked up. Why would French Special Forces be fucking around? Why would Egypt be fucking around? Is she tweaking? Or is Egypt planes really following her? If you use your backup account and everybody share it, you will get more money. Let's do it. I got to figure out how to get logged back into it. It'll take me a second on this phone. After I get done with this stream, I'll do that. Hell, I really need to go ahead and do it. I just think that, like, I've been trying to keep up now that 3i Atlas has passed, and they still can't confirm for sure if it's a comet, but most likely it must be. But it's a weird comet doing weird things, and Avi Loeb done said it was sent from a galaxy solar system 2 million years ago, the night I was robo tripping, and it was sent here from another galaxy. And the story switches every time they get no data, and 3i Atlas is still driving me crazy. But Avi Loeb's right. We only got another year to observe that motherfucker, and it's gone out of our sights forever. But all I've been watching is that and this stuff about Erica Kirk, and you can just look at her now that Charlie's dead. And I didn't know who Charlie was till he's dead. Hey, Candace Owens is Tupac. She's Puff Daddy. Charlie Kirk was Biggie Smalls. It's just a different. I mean, think about it. What's really going on? I mean, ours Harlan County Transparency. Well, I've heard Dr. Avi Loeb, a Harvard expert teacher, say so many different things that every minute there's no data, something new said about it. And that night I went robo tripping and had to go to the hospital. He said and so did, what's his name, the Korean dude. Everyone said every calculation, every thing they ran back in time. Candace is great, bro. She's full of shit. Who's Candace? Oh, never mind. Yes, she is. I agree. I think she's a grifting whore. Get mad and cry if you want. If you suck and Charlie Kirk was getting played the whole time. Candace Owens done by Tucker Carlson's busted their shit bags wide open, exposed them like I did Ernie Shell's HIV. They've exposed everything going on. And I'm getting more interested in it. Considering I didn't know who Charlie Kirk was till I was live on here. And somebody come in my chat and told me Charlie Kirk's dead. I went to my brother's and cut the news on and realized how big of an ordeal it was. Started to realize when I seen the reaction to my brother. I've done told him, Mark, when I could see by my brother's reaction, Charlie Kirk's a big person, or was, And there's the link. Austin Miller's eating a big old bomb brisket. I heard it might be from like wherever they make the best briskets on the planet, and it's not pressed. So if he don't fall asleep after eating that big beautiful thing, he'll be on here, your future District 1 magistrate. So there's the link. You should have heard Jim Roddy talk good about me and hug me earlier. Jim Roddy's proud of me. Talked very highly of me to my face about 2 hours ago. And there's things we spoke about that just stayed in that store, and those things I can tell you. And Jim likes me, and he really respects what I do. And he'll stay in that magistrate position as long as he wants to, and that's the bottom line. And that's on Larry Hoover. Now, James Hurd, it seems like he will stay right there where he's at. Normally, Paul Caldwell would just be able to put his name in the ballot and win. Not this time around, as much love and respect as I got for Paul. Nah, run them likes up. It says we got 2 likes. I was talking good about you, Mark, before you come through. Yeah, Jim's a good dude. I worked for him through the county road department. Jim always take care of you. And whoop-de-whoop. About 5. Gotcha. We'll be waiting on you. So if you're in Harlan, what kind of questions would you ask a magistrate? Let's get some questions going. If you for your districts, whatever district you're in. I got a lot of questions I like to ask James Howard. I think James won't have no problem winning, and I don't mean that in a bad way or a disrespectful way. There's just a lot of the questions that I'd like to answer. That's Mark Stewart. Freeside. You know Mark Stewart. Used to be from Fairview, dog. He's the OG Fairview crew. He went to Harlan High School with us, but he's older than me. You know Mark. And he's lived in Everett, and he's into politics like crazy. Go to his page, and you'll see what I mean. He's educated me. I've been to city council meetings with him. We've gooned at him and everything, and he don't care to ask the craziest questions, the smartest questions, and tell them I don't identify myself as a citizen. Shit like that. What's up, Freeside? So, Freeside, Ernie said my channel's dead. Well, my TikTok just got killed for 3 days. So I'm over here on YouTube. I'm deep in the political game with political sponsors that's already done helped me. I'll have a podcast completely set up by the end of day after Christmas. Half of it should have come Friday. I just ain't asked because I know it's on its way. When it gets here, it gets here. So I'm trying to help get us a new mayor of the city limits to go with the mayor of the streets, helps out. No, don't run for mayor. Run for constable against fucking Robert Haywood. That's what you should do. You should run for constable. Not in District 1, but for District 5. We need somebody in that district to get Robert Haywood out of there. We do. We got to. But Tony know how will win District 1 constable right here. 2, 3, and 4. Stephen Ray, he'll win his. But the other, there's a lot of people running for constable. And then again, they ain't nobody. There's like 3 people running in one district. Bug won, Tony know how. And then I think the rest of them's about just one person on the ballot. But you got like 7 people running for District 1 magistrates, 7 running for District 2. Nobody's against Jim Roddy and James Howard. And Cumberland's up in the air. So, I mean, we got 6 months to vote and then vote again in November. And the mayor races ain't even till November. They ain't no primaries. So, we're still going to get Jeff Mariota in there. That's going to be. Well, good. Please do. We need some good constables that ain't going to be scared if they have to back up the police, and that will actually get warrants to people and eviction notices and do what they're supposed to damn do. That's just plain and simple as a butthole pimple. So, people talk shit about BJ. Hey, BJ has done a lot for that jail, contrary to what people think. A change is always good, but then again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't agree with vaping, and yeah, you can. You can still run for stuff. I don't think that any jail should have its jail. There shouldn't be no nicotine in no jails. That's bullshit for the jails to make money off them vapes when people could quit nicotine. Hell, that's about the only place you can quit. Yeah, you can get your voting rights back because Austin Miller and Jeff Mariota and Crack 40 TV is teaming up for a felony expungement class sometime in early 20 to the 26. We get some things done around here, and if I'm told we're going to do it, I ain't shutting up until it gets done. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way towards nobody, but if you tell me we're going to do something, by God, we're going to do it, and at all cost. So that felony expungement, I can't wait to do, and that's no problem. We'll figure that out. We've just got to probably not worry about it. It's Christmas week, then New Year's week. We'll worry about it come January. It ain't nothing you can snap your fingers and do overnight anyway. But links in the chat, Big Daddy. Let me drop it again. There you go. Would you like teens to? So you're saying you don't like ATVs? Yeah, yeah, I understand. I love them, but I understand that there's a good and a bad and a ugly to ATVs, racers, motorcycles, and side by sides. 4-wheelers. My uncle got killed on my 4-wheeler 25 year and 1 month ago over on Bigelow. I don't know, my brother watched it. They had to pack him out on a John Deere. It's fucked up. So I agree with safety. But kids are going to be kids. They'll take safety classes and still go do donuts and pop wheelies and act crazy. You know, kids are just going to be kids. But we got a lot of mountainside and a lot of road going to Virginia. I could cut out some trees, it wouldn't hurt. Up them strips and put in all kinds of different stuff up yonder in Everett's. All the way up to the Virginia line. There, we could get casinos. All right. Yeah, I agree, Danny Haley, but kids ain't gonna stop and think. They're gonna try to be cool and do a Snapchat, something for Snapchat and hurt themselves. They just gotta live and learn. Because they're dumbasses. Well, it's dumbasses too, you know. Yeah, my TikTok went RIP for a few days. Sucks. Bad time, man. It's like the white man's against me. Ugh. What we got in there quick to eat anything? I would agree that Robert Haywood needs took out that District 5 constable role. I mean, he's an odd character. Very odd. And everybody knows it. But it's a shame that this county, nobody will speak up and say, well, Robert Haywood will pay his boys to come up there and do this and that. It's a shame people won't speak up. I mean, if you know, you know. That's like Dr. DeHaan. How in the fuck? Let me try it again, Mark. There's the link. If it don't work, I might have to recopy it. That's odd. But, well, that's just a hard thing to do unless we can get whoever's going to be judge executive to get us some Starlink in here for the whole county. That's just going to be hard to do to get cell phone service in Bledsoe. Halfway up Everett's up on the mountain. I wonder why they let you up here. Okay, let me jump out and jump back in and copy this link again. All right, try it now, Mark. That's a different link. I don't know why it would be what happened, but that should work now. Please drop super chats, get memberships. Whatever you want to do. Anything you want to do. Bronson in the house. I'm putting a goal up just for Rick. There we go. What's up, GT52?
What's poppin'? AKA Mayor of the RGB, by God. Merry
Man,
Grinchmas.
there you go. Merry
Yo,
Grinch.
I got Grinched before Christmas. Went to a dispensary last Sunday. Had the Ulafala and the little rope chain. It was about 10 carat, 24 inches. Went in the dispensary and it was like a what do they call it? Like a cold front. So when I grabbed the door, it fucking blew open. My arm went. So with that motion, the little rope chain popped. Those cocksuckers fucking deboed my shit, bro. Fucking sick. I spent around 1,000 to replace it. I need to come up with like 2,100. It's already over $2,000. Because you know how the cost of gold's skyrocketing right now? Like every day it's going up. So
Damn.
yeah, like for every ounce of gold, it's like a percentage. It keeps going up. So depending how much your chain weighs, you get a percentage. So
So who got it?
either the little fucker that was working the dispensary or just a
Oh,
customer that walked in.
oh, got you.
And I
Dang.
noticed it right away. I called him. I fucked up. I should have never called him. Like it was probably like maybe close to 2 hours. I noticed it gone. And I just backtracked my steps and I was like, that's the only fucking place I went and actually got off my car and got down. So fuck it, bro. I had it for like 6 years. So I mean I got the lifespan out of it, but just gotta take that L and bounce back, you know? We gotta keep rolling with the punches. That's all.
Yeah, large facts.
We fucking win some, we lose some, but it's not a mistake, but it's a lesson. I know I'm not gonna let it happen again. So I told myself, fuck that, I can make that money back in like 3 weeks. So I'm gonna get something bigger, because like the little claws that clamp, it was mad thin. And I think because like before this happened, it did it before, like it fell off. One time it was just hanging on my shoulder, so I knew that clamp was already worn out, and these fuckers didn't want to do nothing about it. And I was too lazy to just send it out and have them fix it.
Well, when I get just a little bit bigger, I'm going to get me a crack 40 chain, like
You
a
got
no
to.
limit tank chain somehow.
Hello.
That's what I'm going to do. Try it now, Mark. You should be able to come up.
So how's your weekend going? What's the latest? I heard you're a grandpa.
Yeah. Delilah come a little early, so she's got to stay over in the hospital for a minute, but she's improving every day. And
But you ever hear that saying, like when one person passes, another angel comes in your life? You know how
big
Granny,
fact,
you know how Granny just passed. Now you got a new addition. So it's a blessing in disguise, Bradley.
large facts. Me and my woman's done spoke on that a lot. Yeah, like I just looked at her like, damn, he said the same thing we did. I agree.
Yeah,
Sadly, when my baby mama died, she didn't. The baby mama didn't know she was getting pregnant, and that Danny, her son, was getting pregnant, and her nephew had a baby boy on the way. So yeah, I agree with you,
yeah.
but it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's
But at
crazy how
least,
life works.
yeah. But I tell you what, I've got the best woman I could ask for, or anyone could ask for. And if you couldn't be appreciative of what I have sitting over here, you got life fucked up. I mean, Ashley's been the best thing ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Shit. So we've been through it.
Yeah.
Seems like 7 years and 9 months. But
Now you know the ins and outs, you know?
well, I don't know how true this is, but I heard Riley Smith, aka Murda, has been in rehab over drinking and wrecking and flipping a vehicle. How true this is, I'm not for sure, but I reckon he flipped a Smith and Smith van, carpet and tile van, and had been drinking. And I
Papa
don't
can't
know.
save him on this one. The
Maybe we.
million boss man, the $1 million man can't save his ass on this one, huh?
Mm-mm. Well, GT52, we have our future District 2 magistrate. Harlan, you know him as Harlan County, Kentucky Transparency / Everts. I know him as Mark Stewart from Fairview.
Okay.
So
Greetings.
we
Salute.
deep in the political game this year. What's going on, Mark?
Not much. How you all doing?
Just
Oh man, I need what GT's got, I believe.
just cooling. Just cooling. Sunday fun day. They hit my bat signal, so had to get up, put the big boy pants on, just go get those little increments. Because my motto is this: you got to make it back Monday. That's tomorrow's motto: make it back Monday. So you got to make back what you lost Saturday and Sunday. So I already made it back. So I'm already one day ahead. Got to stay one head of the game. That's all. Respectfully, that makes sense.
It
Okay.
does.
But yeah, I'm already fucking fed up with Christmas. Looking forward for New Year. That's all. Everyone's already taken care of. The one that got grinched is Daddy. Daddy got grinched this year, so it's all right. I'll bounce back.
Well,
So, what's up? What you want to ask me?
well, first and foremost, if the voting situation goes the way that I want it to go, which is you, Austin Miller, Mitch, and Kobe to run together, I don't know about Cumberland, but Jim Roddy and James Howard probably ain't going to go nowhere. Jim Roddy might for sure. James Howard probably not. But taking the Delta gummies out of the racial trade, I ain't putting weed out. But we can get our green cards only one place in Eastern Kentucky, Front Porch Medical, Dr. Kim Miller. But What the fuck is people going to do that ain't got weed dealers that is used to going to like 421 Smoke and Go and grabbing them a gram of weed, or going over here to Daryl's vape shop and grabbing some weed? What are they like? What are we going to do now? I
I
don't
mean,
know.
the black market's always going to be open, and if your laws don't want to get on program because Trump already declassified it, you know what I mean? Now it's just up to the states to put that in consideration. But if they want to play hardball, Brad, you could just go over to the next state over, north, south, east, or west. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we border Virginia and we've got dispensaries like 40 minutes away, but for the people that are just local, used to going to the store and getting a joint that ain't got the weed connections me and Mark would have in this county from people we grew up knowing.
Yeah.
What are we going to do about a dispensary, Mark?
I don't know. That's not a magistrate's job there. What questions do you have for a magistrate?
A magistrate will have to vote on stuff like that. You'll have to vote when.
Yeah, and I'll vote according with the Constitution. But the way the dispensary system is set up right now, I think it's total garbage. It's a lottery-based system.
Yeah. They
I
pick
mean,
and choose who they want to give those licenses to.
yeah. I mean, Everett's done passed. They're green. I'm not here to discuss that. I mean, I want to know what concerns anybody on your page, your followers that live in this district have. That's what I want to know.
Well, I
I mean,
got a
if you want to
question.
talk politics with me, what is their questions? What concerns do they have about my district? What do you want to know?
Well, with the drug rate and the drug use in your district, what is your opinion on having a great syringe program, exchange program? We need one.
Well, that's something that the police department handles, bringing those syringes in. What I'm going to do to keep the parks safe is I'm going to install cameras. I'm going to rename the parks, not the main name, but I'm going to add the proper language. I think it's playground. I'll have to go back and look at the KRS to keep the sexual predators to moving in next door to where little kids play. Uh, there are going to be cameras around. It's going to be hooked to Starlink. Every single playground that is in this district will be hooked to Starlink. It's going to have high quality cameras with facial recognition. That way I can have the evidence and then I will take it to the police and then the police can do what they need to do going forward. I also plan on visiting these parks and cleaning these needles up myself until it gets done.
If he's talking about the exchange program, Mark, he's
Yeah.
talking about the exchange program, that's something that needs to be handled at the clinics or at the police station.
That's what I
That's
said.
where they're not, they've got clean needles and they're not passing all these diseases and infections.
Yeah,
What about that?
Yeah, the clean needle program's at the clinic. It's already set up. I mean,
No, there's like over in downtown Whitesburg. Did you see that stream when I was over there? And the one I went to over there, they have one in downtown Whitesburg that does just more than needles. They'll help
yeah, I
you
don't
get
think
in.
anybody should have access to that, in my opinion. But a kid can get a hold of it. I think there's better places to do that at.
Can I make can I make a suggestion?
Go ahead.
What they should do is eliminate those purchase sales over the counter. If you have
Well,
a medical if you have a medical condition where you need your Ozempic or you need those A1C shots, or you know, I feel like you have your medical card and you have to go to a pharmacy to get those. You know, just have it to where, you know.
You can't get them like that in Harlan no more.
think about electing me. You're electing a family. My wife is in the medical field, so anything like that, I will go through her, discuss that with her, and we'll handle that. But that's out of my control. I mean, what the pharmacies do, I mean, selling stuff like that, I mean,
I mean, it'll help. It would reduce the.
HIV is here, bro. I know people that's got it.
I know it's here. All I can do is stop them from doing it at the parks.
Well, the one up in Black Mountain's always horrible for needles. Up there where Ski and Misty live, free ski. And being a former county road department employee and worker lease, I've picked them up there. I've seen them there. I've used them there, but I've never littered needles there. I put them in a bottle, throw them out on a ditch or something. But
there's grants to apply for facial recognition cameras. London's got 2 of them. I'm going to install them in every park in my district. I don't know how much a magistrate makes, but say he makes $50,000 a year. Okay, I'm going to keep $25,000-$30,000 to myself, and the rest of it I'm putting up for a general fund. If the county looks at me and says that's not my problem, then I'm going to pay for it out of that general fund for these citizens.
That's kind of the whole reason.
That's the whole reason why I'm setting up general fund, is to keep this area clean. I plan on upgrading this playground equipment or buying playground equipment. If elected, I will have a playground budget, but I also have my own money to play with too, because I hate taxes. I'm getting paid with tax dollars. I have to have, money to raise a family. So I can't keep a 9-to-5 job and serve the public. So I will have to choose one or the other. If I get elected, of course, I'll be doing my magistrate job.
Maybe they should vote in on hiring a park ranger, a guy that goes surveys.
They don't have nothing to do with local county parks.
Correct.
That's federal?
Yeah.
No, but you can hire like a local park ranger that's like hired by the city, but it has to be voted by the council.
You're talking about, but I can't hire no park rangers. That's federal stuff. That's like Smoky Mountains, and we got game wardens, and they do their job.
Yeah, but a park ranger is more for like recreational parks. It's somebody that's hired by the city on payroll.
County's got that job.
I'm running a district.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a park. So when you guys say parks, they're federal parks, county parks,
county
or public
parks.
Oh, okay.
County-owned parks. Some are city-owned, and I will be helping the city of Everett. I will be helping Hick Grove. I'm going to put an office down there if I can, right in town, to where people can come in and visit me if they need to. Plus, they'll have my cell phone number, my home phone number, landline number, my email address. So they'll have any way possibly to get a hold of me to address issues. The illegal dump sites I'm going to clean up. I'll put trail cameras up, hang around those, catch those that's illegally dumping, put a stop to that. This district under my watch will be cleaned up.
Just put those little motion sensors.
Will grow.
Those motion, like for wildlife cameras, put it in a bush on a tree. They're not gonna see it,
Dude, I don't care to be sitting there at 3:00 in the morning when they pull up. With my camera. I mean,
no, but
you're talking about transparent person.
No.
That's the
whole point. You're not getting it. That's the whole point of those motion cameras. So anything that goes by and flicks it off, it's gonna start recording. You set the time how long it records, and then that data goes to a program, whoever's has the motherboard. So it's not like an individual has to be there. But whoever has it, they're gonna get a notification in their phone like, "Hey, motion here at this time, motion here."
Yeah, those will be installed too. But I'm also saying I'm also the type of person that don't care to be there and catch you red-handed either.
Well, that's a point. You're gonna know who's the culprit. Why not? Fuck it.
Mark, I got a great question. In a lot of cities, the cameras you're talking about, you can look like at Kensington Avenue or something. You should have the cameras running 24/7 and a site via the county that you can get on, or Appalachia Trails, and look at the cameras 24/7, bro.
That's what I'm going to do. Make them completely public.
Transparent. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I'm down like a rodeo clown. I like that. I like that. So, what do you think about getting gambling in here and getting casinos?
I believe that's up to the voters if they want to vote on that. Just like I'm trying to get alcohol sales in Everett, if they want to, that's up to them to vote on.
But then then you're gonna have to go talk to one of the 5 families to see who's gonna want to come in and build a casino because we all know who runs the casinos.
Well, I mean, that's up to the voters, man. I'm
Yeah.
not here to daydream. I'm here to talk straight what's going on right now with problems in this district.
Well, let me tell you this. The mayor, the future mayor candidate Amos Pace and me and Mike Long and Wallace was talking today, and I brung you up and was plugging how good of a combination I could see you and Amos being. And one of the topics that come up was casinos and gambling in the county. And you've got him and that Jared Fields running for mayor, and that's it. So if you're the district, if you're going to be the district magistrate, and the Everett's mayor, you're going to have to be, making
we got
a
to see
lot
who
of
that is
decisions
first.
together.
We got to see who that is first, because people still have time to file.
Well, yeah, that's true. But right now, as of today, who would you prefer be the Everett's mayor?
I will not talk about endorsing any candidates, brother. I will not slander any candidates, nor will I endorse any candidates.
Well,
but I will offer a fair playing field. They want to debate, we'll debate. I mean, I don't care. I mean,
I respect that. He doesn't want to pitch any false hope.
That's good. Yeah.
I'm going to run on me.
You got to focus on you and
my
your
transparency, my accountability, and making District 2 a better place for everyone to live in.
So, okay, this is something that you would be voting on. Officer Jeremy Jones told me personally a long time ago he would love to have body cameras for the county police.
Yes, I have got disturbing footage of a police officer committing an act. And I shared it with BJ Fee. I shared it with Carl Canterbury. I will not share it publicly. And I'll tell you why, because of retaliation.
I heard that.
Can I ask a question? So what are the numbers on assaults on county officers where you guys are at? Are those numbers spiking? Or are they?
No. But the thing about body cameras is not only does it hold that officer accountable, it's a lot easier for a prosecutor to prosecute a case if you have video evidence. If me and Brad get in a fight, Brad's going to tell his side of the story, and I'm going to tell my side of the story. But if you video it, you got the truth.
Yeah.
You understand that? So.
And then that's when the retaliation kicks in, because whoever's wrong, it's just going to be a domino effect. Well, you shouldn't have did this. They shouldn't have did that. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Body
but you need them.
Citizens safe, and it keeps the police officers safe.
Yeah, they should be with it.
There are grants to fund that stuff. Whoever gets elected as judge executive, that will be one of the first things I discuss. I will show them this disturbing footage. I mean, and tell them that we need it.
I don't know where I just put that line. Well,
we're not living in 1995 no more. We need to be updated We've got a lot of
Yeah.
out of towners coming here. The Bridge of Nowhere's fixing to open up. That's going to bring close to 1 million people coming into the area when it opens up. And
The
I would like to see a lot of those people come
Somalians
on up to
are
Harlan.
fleeing from Minnesota. You know, the Muslims are invading the country, so
Well,
you gotta be on board. You know, you gotta be ready. Don't wait for something to happen before doing the right thing.
Who
You know,
is this guy? That's
I'm mayor. I'm GT Fatu, sir. I'm mayor of the RGV, mayor of the Frontier. The better the better parts of the Rio Grande.
he's a local. He's a crack 40, and he's been with us a long time. Always got good points.
yeah, but
Oh,
what he's talking about really ain't got nothing to do with Harlan County.
Yeah, but what my synopsis on it is just you got to be ready before it actually goes to the county. So
Dude, I'm a constitutionalist. I'm heavy on my Second Amendment. I'm
me
ready for
too,
anything.
me too.
And I encourage my citizens to be ready. I encourage my citizens to
You know, if
express their constitutional rights.
yeah, I'm not saying take away the right to bear arms.
You
You
can't hit
know,
county, son. This is a sanctuary county for the Second Amendment.
he's from the border, Mark.
yeah,
Yeah.
He knows all about Tank.
yeah. I'm not familiar with Kentucky's
Well,
bylaws.
Harlan County is a when the Democrats threatened to take guns, Harlan County became a Second Amendment sanctuary county, meaning that they're not going to knock on your door and ask for your guns.
But that will change if the attack on any officer,
It's going to
city,
change under my
law
watch.
enforcement, it will. Uncle Sam has the final say.
No, sir. Us
Yep.
citizens have the final say.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
No, that's what I do believe, son. That's what I do believe. We, the people, the citizens, keep the politicians in check. They're
Yeah, but when
watching.
they stop funding you, they're gonna say, "Hey, it's a scapegoat for you to play by their rules." So they can hit you where you least expect, but it's gonna hurt. They always do that. They fuck with the numbers. They fuck with the
Okay,
polls.
I'm gonna stop. This ain't got nothing to do with my district or anything. I mean, you're
But
talking about stuff out there in the Rio Grande.
no, I'm talking about things that it's nationwide. It doesn't. It's not
I'm
specific in
not
certain
dealing with. I'm not
territory.
going to Washington, son. I'm going to the courthouse. Is where I'm trying to go.
But
Yeah,
still, he's got everything GT saying. It might not have to do with District 2, but he's exactly right.
yes, sir.
But it may not have nothing to do with District 2.
It's a fair, valid point. You know, I'm not being
But
He
it's
biased.
nothing
always,
for me to
No,
express an opinion
nor am I
on
playing
this guy
devil's
running
advocate.
for my district.
I'm
well,
just
let
trying
me
to get.
ask you this.
I'm giving you visions that I see coming.
No,
They-
you're not.
Well, Mark,
No.
you're not coming
you
off
know,
too friendly to
because
people.
my city and county they take what I have to say and they look at it with a clear, honest thought of mind. Cool, calm, collective. We keep it cordial. We yay or nay, but we have the right to say how we feel and what we feel coming. So
Oh, yes, sir. I
those
believe in the freedom of
those
speech.
thoughts get our train of thought process ready. So when it does happen, we know how to react. Versus, oh, what do we do now? Like, no, we're proactive. You know, it's
I mean,
You know, you're against those body cams. I'm telling you, what happens? One of those county officers gets popped in the head by one of the
I'm not
moonshiners.
against body
You
cams.
know,
You didn't listen to me. I said
you
there's
know,
grants that fund them, and I will make
yeah,
sure we get them, that we
yeah.
need them.
And then every taxpayer is going to say, my dollar's going to cameras. No, it's not. They don't get that. But you're going to have those individuals that are going to give you that valid point. Like, oh, we feel this. They feel this. You
do you
know?
know that for us to even have body cams, we have to hire another person and have a whole nother tech room, and it's going. And how else was it broke down to me by a county cop? You're gonna have to hire another woman, another person, and have a whole nother room, which I don't see what a big deal is about it. That's
But
what people out there with
county
college
dollars don't want to
degrees
pay it. They don't want to pay
educate.
it.
There's people out there that's done the job in other counties. But we got to have another whole room. We got to have another whole setup just for the county police to have a whole another room, which we got plenty of room in the courthouse. But I was told by a county cop just the other day that it would be a big deal.
Yeah.
I kind of
Because
feel where he was coming from, but then again, I kind of feel like, well, every other county, it would be no different.
no, because the thing of that nature, it's because it needs its own dwelling. The dwelling has to be outside of the courthouse or outside of a existing
And I'm
building.
not mistaken. They said that even if people voted for the funds, or the funds might be available right now, one of the two, the cop told me that they just didn't want to fuck with it on kind of having to do all the stuff with hiring a tech woman and getting another room and a bunch of computers and stuff.
Well, I hate it for it. If we get the grants that can fund it, then we'll put them on them.
Well, what if that,
But
like
see,
I said, what if
what if the grants don't come in? We got to get people that are going to be willing, that's going to be on board to
The
do it.
grants are in Frankfurt. You
I
have to
think
apply
we've done
for
got the grants, Mark. If I'm not mistaken, I just smoked the joint. It's one of the two. They would. It's either up to them or they may already have the grant money. They just might not want to do it. I could be wrong on the way I'm quoting
They don't
something.
want to tap that
I
safe,
won't
Brad.
know. I won't know until if I get elected. I won't know what they have. I mean,
So I spent a year and a half, almost 2 years, if you include work release, as an employee of the county. Then, well, actually, 3.5 if you include all the time I worked for Lycus Manamavitas. And but the Everett's district has been ran by Bill Moore forever, and then Eddie Manning
Eddie Manning's the mayor.
or mayor. I mean, Bill Moore's run that bitch. I'm stoned. So there's like 7 people running. You, Burl Fee, Sage, and who else?
Middleton.
Melton.
There's a Wilkerson. There's several of us.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that makes
And there's
your
no
odds a lot
Democrats
better.
running. No Democrats are running. So whoever wins this in May, that's why it's important. Yeah, unless a Democrat steps in and files. As of right now, no Democrat is running. That's why it is important. If you're a registered Democrat and you want to vote for me or any other Republican, you need to change your party by December 31st. That is the deadline to change your party. I have shared links on my social medias for you to do that. It's very, very easy.
But isn't that against? But isn't that against the rules
No,
of the
that's the
whole code of
KRS
honor?
law. You have until December 31st if you want to vote in May to change your party.
Yeah, but you can't say it though. Is that true or no?
No, I can say it. I'm a citizen. I'm not an elected official yet. I'm a
Oh, okay.
citizen.
No, but you understand what point I'm giving you?
Nope, because you're looking at it as I'm already elected. I'm a
Okay.
citizen. I'm not an elected official yet.
And what you so my question is, what you say now won't affect your chance of being elected? Or if, like, let's say if you get elected,
Yeah,
what you
everything I'm saying right now can affect my chances of getting elected.
Yeah,
That's why I
I'd
don't
hope.
understand why you're on here and you're way out
what
on
if
the
an
side of the
independent or
country.
a liberal wants to give you a vote? Why can't they give you the vote? Because you
Because
want
it's a
it.
primary. See, in May, okay, I understand your question now. In May, May sets up the November election. So in May, Republicans can only vote for Republicans and Democrats can only vote for Democrats. Now, as of right now, no Democrat has stepped up to run for magistrate. So if they don't in May, whoever wins this race in May has automatically won in November because they're unimposed.
Do you
And
guys
I
and
understand
do
if
you
it's
guys cast early voting
huh,
on this poll or no? Is there
huh?
any is there early voting cast on this poll?
great,
Uh,
great
there is
question.
2 day early voting.
Just 2 day early.
I think they might be early. I don't know about the primary how it works all the way. I always vote in person. I never do the early stuff.
Well, there's a lot of elderly people that be doing the online voting or the mail-in voting now because my granny did. Rest in peace.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to come over and be a citizen so I can cast my ballot there.
That's a great question, GT52, because I didn't even think about that. That's a good question. We need to find out for early voting for every district.
I
Or if
know it's
they
We
awful
or if
in
they
May,
even
but I'm
allow
not
it.
sure. Ashley posted it there the other day on the courthouse website there on her page about the early voting and all that and the mail in. But I don't remember what the days was. But it is available for May election.
I'll let y'all know y'all.
yeah.
When you get at work, call me. I need you to give me some hours.
So me and you together have been to several city council meetings, and you've been to a million in Everett's.
Yeah, I go to everyone in Everett's.
And we attempted to go to one together in Loyal, and obviously they postponed it.
Yeah, they
And
shut the
then
doors on us.
I have been to B-Mud meetings, and I was the first one in the county to know that B-Mud was being sold to American Water that day when it was going down. And I have heard you raise hell and complain about the water situation in Everett's. And I understood at the B-Mud meetings, thanks to going to meetings with you, how Everett's water comes into play and all that. So tell me about how what would you do to help fix the water situation with American Water coming in or whatever they're called?
Well, it's done.
Yeah.
No, the watchdog done got it done. I done got that accomplished. We got a new water plant coming. We got a new water tower getting built right beside of Save-A-Lot.
I've
They're,
personally watched you raise hell in
yep,
meetings.
they're going to be cleaning the tanks. When they admitted they never cleaned the tanks in 20 years, when I asked them, we basically been drinking from a dirty glass. They're going to send a scuba diver down inside the tank that's there now, completely clean the inside and outside.
Okay, hang
Shout
on,
out
hang
the
on,
West
Mark.
Clover Fork Fire Department. They went up there and sprayed that American flag off for me. Greatly appreciated. I hated that American flag with all that green slime over it. It looks wonderful now, but the rest of the tank does need clean. They do have a crew scheduled to come in here and clean that green stuff. They said the fire department couldn't blast that tank with the high pressure hoses because of the seams, that it has to be professionally done. So,
They
but that,
lied to you because they told you when I was at a meeting in 2023, no, 24 and 25, both times that they was going to have a scuba diver go down in there. I remember from both of the meetings I went to. Why ain't that happened yet when they told you that that was going to happen already?
well, they got the funding for it right there at the end of summer, and then the cold weather set in. Just like the ground breaking from the tank, they was going to try to pour the concrete, the foundation for the tank this fall, but they got behind on one of the construction companies got behind. So now it's going to be sometime this spring. Everybody would rather prefer the warm weather when they pour the concrete because that's a big structure. It's going to be there, a lot of weight. You know, concrete needs to be poured in hot weather.
Well, I know they told you in like March of 24, April when I went with you, and then when I went with you about a year later, they told you both times that they was going to get that done, and they still ain't had a scuba diver in there.
Not yet.
But
It is coming. If you go back and watch the last Everett City meeting there that I recorded, they notified the public that all the grants did go through and that I think construction is supposed to start in March. And they talked about the cleaning schedule because I'm going to go cover all that when they do it. The mayor's supposed to let me know when it gets done, and I'm going to go cover it.
so, what are you gonna? You say you're doing a boots on ground,
Grassroots. Yeah.
grassroots signs. Do you think that signs everywhere matters as much as what people think?
Nope. Signs do not matter.
You don't think so?
Nope. They really don't.
Honestly, I'm kind of 50-50 on that.
If you pay attention to them.
Do you pay attention to them?
Yeah. And
I,
most of the time, and they just all stuck together. Like when you come into the commissary right there on the right, they're
yeah,
all stuck together and they're annoying because somebody's got to put one where
exactly.
somebody else put one. Everywhere Austin Miller puts one, they got to go put one up where he does.
So my campaign is going to be like this. I'm going to get some cards made, some real nice cards they're not going to want to throw away. And I'm going to go door to door knocking. I'm going to talk to the people. And I'm going to let them know my ideas, let them know about my general fund, putting up pretty much like 40-50% of my paycheck. I don't know what the magistrate makes. I mean,
I think 40. Something's telling me 40. Something's telling me it's closer to 70. I can't.
I've been told a lot of different things. I mean,
It was just told to me the other
I
day, and I forgot.
might have to work 2 jobs. It might not pay enough to even support my family. I don't know, but we'll juggle that when it comes, on that. But what was
Somebody
your
Google
question? Because
that.
we got sidetracked on the money.
Right there, the next step, Mountain Dew. See that little tablet there? It says, Zach, give me the thing I write on.
What did you ask me? Because we got sidetracked on that money. I was talking about that general fund, but like I said, I don't know how much I can put up. But
Well, I forget now, but my next question would be the jail is in your district. What would you want done different with the jail?
well,
Anything?
the jail's run by the jailer. I think he's doing a good job. So
I agree.
I think the work crew gets out, does a good job cleaning up the garbage and stuff. I want these ditches dug out some where the water can actually get to the river and not flood us out like it did last time. I also want to put an office in the city of Everett where people can walk in off the street and talk to me if they need to, I mean,
Yeah, that
oh,
would be pretty nice.
my campaign, the grassroots, that's what he was asking about.
Yeah,
It's going to be door to door knocking, talking to the citizens. When it warms up, I'm going to take advantage of these parks. We're going to have like potluck dinners, public speaking, to where I can get to know what their problems are. And I'm going to take a notebook, go ahead and write this stuff down to where I can start on it day one, boots on the ground, get it done for them. I mean, that's my goal. Now, my general fund is going to be pretty much nothing until my first year. But after my first year, when I can put half of that salary up, then they're really going to start to see changes going in the district. I mean, because like I said, if the county's not going to fix your problem, I've been there, Brad. I'm that working man that lives paycheck to paycheck, raising 4 children. I have had problems, and I've went to the county before, and they have told me it's not my problem. And I have patched my driveway a bunch, you know. So I know what these citizens go through sometimes, especially with runoff water coming off
Yep.
the county road, you know. And if you look at me and say, I'm having to buy gravel once a year, then I'm going to be the guy that buys your gravel.
Well, there's plenty down there at the Highway Road Department. I was down there when they built the thing that they've got up now. I work down there. There's plenty.
Yeah, but they don't gravel private driveways. See,
No.
that's the whole point of me being transparent. See, if you tell me that's your problem is rain runoff, I'm going to call you up and I'm going to be like, Brad, I'm going to come to your house. There's supposed to be a storm tonight. I'm going to video this rain that's tearing your property up. I'm going to take it to whoever the county judge is. And I'm going to say, look, this is what's going on. Here's proof it's coming off the county property. Now, why can't we fix this? You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? And
Okay.
if he still looks at me and says, it's not our problem, then I'm going to fix it for you. I mean,
I like that. I had Adam Gibbons from Cumberland on here last week talking about how hard it was because he claimed Powell Browning says Powell Browning, and I mean I don't believe he have any reason to lie, would not help, and he had like a heart problem during the snow and couldn't get his wife out of there, and she's like got problems and stuff. So yeah, that's a great idea.
yep. And if I have to get out there myself and shovel you out, I will. I mean, I don't care a bit. That's my job as
Yep,
magistrate. I mean, that's what my job would be, my friend.
yep.
Helping you, the citizen.
And
Speaking
people
for
don't
you.
understand. You're still young.
Yeah.
We got to get youth in the county.
Yes, new ideas. I
New
mean,
ideas. People, like you said, Starlink. We need Starlink in here. Some of these people may not even know how to get on TikTok. You know what I mean?
yep,
No offense, they're good politicians, but we got 3 magistrates and a mayor over 70-year-old or 75. And we got to just get some new ideas in here. Hey, you know what I mean? We represent Fairview. I don't want to go against Joe Matters, but Joe Marietta is a good guy, and his ideas are I mean, they're unlimited.
yeah. Well, he's also part of one of the investors that bought the Harlan 500 that's going to be building the big lodge and stuff in this district.
Well, tell us about that because I want to know a little bit more about that. Me and Amos and Mike was talking about that today.
Oh, the Harlan 500?
Yeah.
Well, it's 500 acres of land. It runs from South Branch all the way to Aegis. They're supposed to build a giant lodge up there. They're going to keep as much natural beauty as they can. Love you too, baby. They're going to keep as much natural beauty as they can, put in like some hiking trails and bicycling trails and stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to connect it all the way up to the Black Mountain Park, but they would be able to.
Wouldn't be
So,
hard.
huh?
Wouldn't be hard.
No, no. So I mean that's their vision there, but I do know they're supposed to put playgrounds, a big lodge, and keep as much natural beauty as possible, and put in bicycle and hiking trails for those that like that instead of the off-roading type of stuff.
Well, I can vouch that Jeff jogs 3 or 4 times a day through town. Every morning he jogs, so I can see him backing that big time on keeping that separate from off road,
Yeah. Well,
which
see,
would be cool. That would be different.
yeah, that would bring in a whole different type of tourism too. Your
Yeah.
bicyclists and your hikers, you know.
Mhm.
And we need to get more signs like Bloody Harlan. do you know that it come from Everett's?
Yep.
I mean, there's no sign there where that took place. We need a sign down there. I mean, we need to preserve as much as our history as possible because we come from coal. Coal's taking a bad hit, so we're going to have to end up doing tourism. But we need to preserve that coal history. I mean, we definitely need a sign down there about the Battle of Everett's, put all the information on it there. You know.
We've got a county that we could make look like Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, bro. Everybody just needs to get on the right track like Jeff and you and use these mountains, like you said, and not destroy as much of the beauty as possible. How many casinos and stuff could we hang off the mountain here? How many lodges and hotels? And what are
Oh,
they doing with the
God.
Belts building out here? Dan Mosley bought it for basketball tournaments. Where's the hotels at? Where's 12 different teams, 16 different teams going to stay at?
Well, I mean, if you use these strip jobs like you go up Slow Pollard, you could build a ton out that way.
I know it. I know it. There's plenty. I said that today. I was telling me and Amos was talking, your future Everett's mayor was talking about that. Uh, there's Austin Miller. Speaking of the devil, there's Austin Miller, your future District 1 magistrate. Austin, if you want to come up and talk, here's the link. This is Mark Stewart. He's running for District 2 in Everett's. The Everettts, you know. So, I know Austin's got a lot of good plans in mind, and he probably knows more about what you're talking about, too. But keep on telling me about it. I'm very interested.
Well, that's about all I know about the Harlan 500. They just supposed to put the lodge up there, playground, hiking and biking trails to bring in that type of tourism.
What do you think about what Jesse said that would screw up a lot of the hunting that we have left?
That falls. Look, that park, the river's already full of E. coli. Black Mountain Off-Road Park owns 7,000 acres. There's a hunting club already up there at Jericho, you know. I mean, you can join a hunting club. You can hunt, but we do have private land still available, like in Dartmouth there. That's public land. I mean, not private, but public land. You can go up and hunt.
Hey, are you on the side?
Black Mountain the Black Mountain road that runs the top of slope. That's a public road. You can hunt off that if you want to, all the way out to the Allegate where the hunting club is. I seen, Brad, there's a lot of public land to
Yeah.
hunt. I mean,
Yeah, I know it.
so we actually need more hunters because that's why we got E. coli in the creek. There's too many deer running around.
And too many bears.
Yep, there's too many animals pooping up our period. I mean, that's why E. coli, we get a big warning every year, E. coli. That's why I don't like Everett's pumping water out of the river, because I know it's got E. coli in it.
Okay.
Well, if you remember last summer, I was in the river doing a stream, and they was like, get out of there. If that gets in the head of your pecker, you're in trouble. And I got out of that river real quick down in Law.
Oh, yeah, that, I mean,
624 and you
yeah,
759.
that's where everything gets dumped at down there. You're at the birthplace of the Cumberland River. I mean,
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking, and I made like $100 and some to stream before it's floating in the river. And that a couple months later, all the E. coli warnings was out, and they was like, "Get out of there! Oh, that's coming from Tennessee somehow. I don't know how it come north, but
no,
maybe it was going towards Johnson City is what it was. But
yeah, going toward them. Yeah, that
there's
comes from feces, animal feces.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably people not doing their job in Lowell, but that's another story for another day. But we I put the link in chat if Austin wants to come up. So, right there where Sam Mills passed away, they let him put a sign there, and going up 119, so you can see it perfect right there. And I don't know. Sometimes I think that signs in certain places work because I've seen it work for businessmen, but sometimes political signs, just like I said, everywhere Austin puts one, you got 50 other people in District 1 putting one.
Yep, and you can't read them because there's too many of them. You just drive
Exactly.
on by them. I'm not going to really buy any signs. I really don't think I am. I'm going to put my message on the internet. Like I said, when it warms up a little bit, I'm going to go door to door knocking and talking to the public. And then I'm going to hold my public gatherings and invite everyone to come eat with me. And hopefully I can earn their vote. That's all I'm after. I want to earn their vote.
Well, I knowed you my whole life, but would you not have such a jump start already if it wasn't for your YouTube? Think about that already. So going with the internet.
I can't say I got a jump start because I went and interviewed a lot of these candidates before I even filed. So if anything, I give my competition a real good jump start before I even filed. The same interview I done with them months ago, and which 1,000 and some people's done seen them, I just done tonight. The exact same questions I asked them, my wife asked me. And I would have give anything for anybody else but my wife to ask me those questions because I felt like I was getting interrogated by the damn FBI. I mean, she definitely holds me accountable. That's one thing I can say. Also, if you elect me, you're not just electing me, you're electing my family. She made a good point at the end of that video when I was talking about the homeschool kids and how they get left out of a lot of these Santa trucks and stuff because they're not in the public school system. We want to make up for that. And then she brought up handicapped kids, and we have one. How he can't walk out to that street. Well, Santa needs to get off his truck and go to that kid's house. We're going to make sure that happens in this district. We're going to visit these homeschool kids. We have
the kids who get forgotten.
Yep, I have homeschool kids that get forgotten.
Don't get a treat bag. Who don't get a gift.
You hear?
From the school. We have those children.
You hear?
Yeah. What?
Who don't want to be pushed out in a wheelchair because it's embarrassing to him. Santa can take 5 minutes and get off of his ass and walk to our front door.
See there?
Well.
Don't get me started.
Let me.
She'll make me do it.
Let me make a move on that. You got me thinking of a move. I got my personal head for that right there. I might can make a move to work with you on that countywide.
Hold on now. Wanda Perkins, I want to congratulate her. She was the only one that has offered to help our children when we were in a hard spot for Christmas.
Yep.
Not being school. Well,
big shout out to Wanda Perkins. Yep.
Shout out to Wanda.
Yep. She's the only one when we was in hard spots during Christmas time that stepped up our family where they was homeschooled.
Yep.
So there's a lot of kids in this school being homeschooled right now due to
over 2,000 children homeschooled.
Just like she said, over 2,000 kids homeschooled.
What's your opinion of homeschooling?
It's because it's what's best for their children.
If it's just best for their family.
Well, look at the scores, man.
I know another one got hers homeschooled because he's autistic and school is too rough on him. The kids make fun of him. So, yeah, she's homeschooled him. She doesn't get help.
If you make fun of somebody autistic, I will personally slap your fucking brains out.
So we're going to make sure those kids have a good time just like every other kid. They deserve it.
Because we have that child.
Well, that needs to be done. I definitely agree that maybe there should be a special. Well, I just seen several kids and a few cops from Lowell do another cop thing, cop shop with a cop out there earlier, which you know me, I'm not going to cover that.
Yeah,
Because
but they're in a school system. They're not homeschooled, right?
I don't think so.
Everyone else in the school system.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not sure.
Every, every, every police department, county, cities, and state that done shop with the cop use kids that the Board of Education told them to. Not one time was one of our homeschool students, and the Board of Education has our homeschool students. Not one time was any one of the homeschool kids or their family chosen. What about that family that's got kids under 4-year-old that ain't in school? Their kids deserve presents.
Great point.
I mean, what if your kids is 2 and 3, so they don't get presents because they're not in school? They're not going to help that family. That don't get looked at. That gets passed over.
We're not passing
Fact.
over it. Not in this district. We're not passing over it.
Well, I agree with you on that 100%. By God, 100%. They should not know kid be passed up due to autism, homeschooling, or whatever. No, but I got an idea on that. I'll get on in the morning.
Well,
So, but um,
but that's things I want to accomplish right there as magistrate for sure. I want to know where these homeschool kids are because I want to for Santa, the Easter Bunny. I want to make sure they got fireworks. I want to make sure, unless they're scared of them, you know. I want to get to know them, get to learn them, and find out what they enjoy, you know.
other than ATVs, riding ATVs, side by sides. Other than that, hiking trails in the mountains. We grew up downtown with a pool hall. We grew up with a skating rink up in Skywood. We grew up with a bowling alley. What kind of entertainment aspect like that would you try to bring to your district?
Oh, whatever the people wanted. I'd love to see a big Ferris wheel up on top of that mountain overlooking Everett's. I mean, I think people
Hey,
ride it,
yeah,
take pictures, and I mean, just that's business. So I would welcome anybody that wanted to open up any business in this district. I'd help them make it as easy as possible that I could because I want
yeah,
the district to grow.
that's a good idea. And the day that the Mexicans got raided, you stayed and up at Everett School, and the other reporters did. I won't even mention, but you chose to stay. Fill me in on what happened at that with that meeting with Everett High School because you seen I bounced for the Mexican raid.
Okay, that was about Hope High, and I'm glad you asked that. Hope High is very important. The city of Everett has to do a lot of work to get that opened, but I'm going to back them 110%. Hope High is like a vocational school on steroids. Okay? Now, say you want to put a classroom in there, you're also going to have to build a place of business. Like, say, Caterpillar wants to teach to build engines, right? Then they're going to have to put a engine manufacturing plant for the kids to go to here locally. We want our kids to stay here locally and have good paying jobs. We don't want them having to go to Lexington or Knoxville, 2 and 3 hours away from home to go get a good paying job. That's what Hope High is about. It's also going to be about community, recreational, but it's also going to be like a vocational school on steroids. You know, Hollywood is moving closer this way. They was talking about putting a film class in there. That way they would have to do movies around this area, things like that. I mean,
I'm going to be shooting a movie within a year. I don't know what. Yeah.
Something was wrong. Why was it? I don't understand.
I mean, we need a film That would be great here because with the kids that I got following me that want to be streamers and make movies, could you imagine the great stories that could come out of a studio here in Eastern Kentucky?
Well, I was in an actual movie not long ago. It's called Bigfoot, The Legend is Real. I played a character named Billy the Hunter. Every bit of it was shot right here in Harlan County.
I forgot about that.
Not to mention Shannon Tatum's movie. He just done a few years back, and they had that. What was it? Oh Lord, what was that one movie called? That one Johnny Knox one.
Above Suspicion.
Above Suspicion. There you go.
We just watched that. Rest in peace, Dooley. A lot of that was filmed up there in the trailer. Dooley passed away. Yep.
I mean, things like that's what Hope talks about. It's basically like I call it a vocational school on steroids. Because if you want to put a class in there, you got to put that type of industry or whatever here in this county. And if you go watch that video, it shows how it's all going to look. Because I went into that classroom. It's even got the vision of the future city and everything there.
Yeah, I was excited to go to that, and
no big deal.
I hate I missed it, but
Yeah, but we was making that turn.
getting to that Mexican stream that same day.
Yeah,
really
there's a lot of stuff happened that day.
That sure helped me a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff happened that day.
So I'm trying to think of what else I would ask. What do you think about people want quiet time in the mountains? Some people love to night ride. Some people like to rest. Do you think they got quiet time too early in the park?
That park's open 24 hours.
Oh, you just got to be quiet when you go through the certain places.
As quiet as possible. And that's something else I want to stress to the peoples of Bailey's Creek. If we can get this alcohol tax or alcohol on the ballot for y'all to vote on in the city of Everett, that alcohol tax will fund the police force to where they can hire more cops to patrol that, to stop that loud noise and all that trash getting thrown out.
I agree with you. I know what it's like.
The police force and goes into education. Brad, you know how small Harlan police force was 10 years ago, and look at it now. It grew because of the sale of alcohol. Look at Knox County, how much they grew. They just went wet. I don't even drink, and I live up here in Lee Jr. I don't even live in Everett. But I just know they'll be able to take $150,000 out of their general fund and be able to use it for something. You know, that's to fund the police department and put it in their general fund and use it for something else. $150,000 would be dissolved because the alcohol would start funding the police. People just look at it like I'm trying to get beer and liquor in here. Yes, I am, but for a good reason.
Because people's going to drink it anyway.
Well, right. And if I get it wet in Everett, and these four-wheelers can go right there in Everett and get it, they're not traveling down 38 to Harlan drunk. It's going to keep the roads safer. The DUI rates also go down. If you pull the numbers on a wet city versus dry city, you have lower DUI rates. Everything is down when it comes to alcohol. The crime, everything. The only thing that goes up, I reckon, is domestic violence. Arguments.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing that increased, and it was a small percent. Most people, if it's available, they get what they need, they go home, if they run out, they can just get it the next day because they done bought plenty. I mean, it's accessible, very easy for them to get. I mean,
Every time me and Ashley drink, she rips my eyeballs out for no reason.
see, I don't even drink.
No,
I
I'm
ain't
just
had
joking.
it in 16 years since my little girl got born.
No,
Well,
I'm just joking. But I remember when you used to drink. You're the first person I ever seen intoxicated at the Blue Huff Park 31 years ago.
yep.
And it was just marijuana and liquor, but we've all been through it. And
Every one of us. I don't care a bit to say I'm a recovering addict. There's no shame in that game.
no, I mean it was like helicopters basically just poured pills on us back in the day. And well, it was wild.
Yep.
So I'm trying to think of what else to ask. I was hoping Austin would come up. Yeah, they're going to vote on Everett's next, Holler Boys. Holler Boys is in the house. They said they made Harlan wet, but not Everett's. Mark's trying to get Everett's wet. And I agree. People get half drunk and then have to come out of the mountains and go get more beer and go down either side of the mountain to the liquor store. Well, they don't need to be doing that. Not know the roads anyway and be drunk and flying and everything else.
Yep.
So,
Like I said, all that tax from that alcohol, you seen yourself how Harlan's force grown. Everett's ended in September with a negative $5,000 budget. They had to let go of their part-time cop, so now they only have 2 police officers. I mean, 2 police officers can't keep that park under control, and they can't afford to hire anymore.
that's fucking
Citizens
stupid.
need to pass this. At least get it put on the ballot.
Dear Everett's in that district, that's fucking stupid. Everett's needs at least 14 cops. At least 2 a day for that for the whole area for the tourism.
Yeah, because it's going to grow.
Think about it. What can 2 cops do? They can't even switch out days without having to rest eventually.
I mean, nothing. They can't do nothing.
I mean,
That's got to be done. We only need about, I'm trying to get more because I know they'll kick them, but I only need 72 actual registered voters in the city of Everett to sign.
for what?
But, you know, if you lie to me and say, yeah, I'm a registered voter in Everett because you're wanting alcohol, but you really live in Smith, they're going to kick that signature.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow.
yeah. Ashley Sullivan will go through the registry and make sure every one of them live in the city of Everett.
Hey,
Yep. You ain't getting that past her in that courthouse.
Nope.
No. I failed to knock my brains out going in there the other day, and she made sure to do an incident report. I said, "Don't worry, I ain't gonna sue nobody. It was my fault." And they run a tight ship in there, by God.
Yeah,
A legal tight ship.
I've got them on camera in there running their tight ship.
They do good.
I've went in that courthouse 3 times with a camera videoing. 4 actually, but one file got corrupt. I wished it hadn't. That was when her argued. But we get along great now.
So, what about places to fish in District 2 with bad water? Do we have any ponds or pay lakes?
Got the High Splint Pond up there, and I believe it actually held the Kentucky state record there at one time. I think it was for catfish.
Yeah, just put it back. You didn't.
And that's the only place we've got. Do we got any pay lakes in the county?
Well, you got the Llewellyn Pond up there, but since that whirlpool come through and it dropped down, I don't know what kind of fish is in that or even who's over that. I mean,
Put it back, yeah.
now the Martins Fork Lake's clean, but there's not many places in District 2 to fish.
I don't have none of her arrows, and I don't have angels.
Well, I don't know if I would even consider. I don't know. I was up there last summer and got in the lake water, and it didn't, it still felt slimy when I got out.
Did it?
Yeah.
I ain't been in it in a long time, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So,
felt like swimming in gonorrhea. But,
good.
I mean, if you go towards your district and you look on the river, if you took a hovercraft, thank you, Bo, I love you. If you took like a hovercraft or a side-by-side straight up the river, how many people would you see in District 2 up the river with their own little pipe squirting their own shit right out into the river? A lot up that way used to be little creeks going up in hollers and everything I've seen working for the County Highway Road Department. So, what can we do about that?
Well, we'll have to investigate it.
Like these little buildings like you buy at the mall, people are just putting them on land and living in them and running toilets straight to the river.
Well, we'd have to investigate it. The old saying is, it ain't what you know, it's what you can prove. So you'd have to investigate it and get proof of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But I've just noticed riding up and down the road going to Everton, how up Black Belt and on up towards your way and shit. The more of them little small houses that you get in here, the more of that's going on. And I think we need to do something about that.
Well, we definitely will if that's going on. Definitely will.
Steve Billings Asylum. Come test the waters at Steve Billings Asylum. Can we test goon?
You can test any water.
Mm.
Just get a little vial of it, take it down there to general testing. They'll test it.
Do I feel like a fight, like a real actual fist fight or an argument or a unaliving or a jumping or a war or a stab fight, shank fight, debate? What kind of fight?
What are you talking about?
Whoever this is under Asylum Fan Page 3
Oh, I
says,
can see your comments. I don't.
come on, panel. Well, come on up. I didn't know if you wanted to go outside and roll around or what. Let me jump out and jump back in to copy the link. Hang on.
Well, if y'all can see and hear me, make sure you vote Mark Stewart for my District 2 here in Harlan County, especially if you want to make the district better for everyone.
Link is in the chat. Septic tanks when water is to run and run a new property from county must have septic tanks.
When you get
Well,
to side, I to call me and give me some times off some cards. Can you?
if you want to look at the comments, Mark, I don't know what you're on. I'm on my phone. I pull up YouTube on something else and mute it and look at the comments. That's how you see them on StreamYard.
Okay, I got another phone over there.
Then you can see the comment.
One I used to record with.
Stephanie going.
Then maybe I can answer any questions anybody has.
What do you want to fight about? I give you the link, Asylum page 3.
It's basket.
You want to fuck, fight, or play marbles?
Yes, sir.
Or do you want to goon?
It's basket.
Tell them what happens, Mark.
In and out.
It don't work out too good fighting.
No. They always come out on the wrong end of violence, don't they?
Is it 7:15?
What's a gooner to a edger? What's a gooner to a goblin? I give you the link. You ain't gonna come up here and talk political. You ain't coming up and talking though. It's political night.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
Okay.
There,
How about,
Skylock. You're exactly right.
Sharon, help me.
And all that stuff has to be inspected first. That's why I said we could just investigate it, you know. I don't think there's a lot of that going on.
Let me grab a cup of coffee. I dropped the link.
Now, she wrote an ink pen on her song that goes with 20. Okay. So she did clock in. The timestamp.
Let's see, he done said something about somebody saying it'll screw up the hunt. Well, the purchase has done been done.
What's it say?
It shows.
I'm not picking on Santa.
Okay.
I'm saying he leaves kids out. And he does.
Okay, on the 20th. Okay, 21st.
Yes.
Okay, the 21st, she clocked in at 23 a.m.
Well, I think I done, Chili Bean, I done explained what I done as a watchdog.
Okay,
You can go on to my channel and go back and look and see. I mean,
Can they go on there naked?
Holler Boys, I'm trying. If you live in the city limits, come down and sign that petition next time I'm out. I'll probably be there tomorrow evening till 7 o'clock after work.
Well, you should come and get me.
Oh, I've got Tammy.
I mean, I can drive up there myself, but you should stop by here and talk to me way before. I think permit inspections on tiny homes is being overlooked and slipped on hardcore, and I'm not. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about it because some of these people, these tiny homes and buildings, they're turning into homes is all they got. They shouldn't be running shit into the river.
No. If they're doing that in any tiny homes, we'll definitely put a stop to that.
Well, we might make them just stick their butthole right on that pipe and let their own shit run right back up in them. They can take it with them.
Uh-huh.
Because they shouldn't do that. I give you the link, Asylum. If you ain't wanting to talk Harlan County politics, go somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, to promote my campaign.
The 21st.
Promote my ideas for the district. I really think that general fund that I'm going to establish is going to be a lot.
Okay. Now, for Sean.
Well,
For the 20th.
what do you think Dan Mosley's going to do? Go to Frankfurt to replace Hal or Mitch?
No, I'll tell you privately. I have no comment on that.
Well, I spoke to Dan's son tonight. I didn't bring that up. He asked me straight up. I said, I know what you're going to ask me. Why did I say fuck Dan? And I told him. And he listened to my complaint. And I said, that's your daddy. If you'll hit me in the mouth, I understand. He bought a shirt off of me. He bought my hoodie, Dan Mosley's son did. But he asked me about it, and he was like, and he starts typing it down or texting Dan. And I was like, I told Dan, I'm tired of him taking me like a fucking joke. And here you are listening to Jim Roddy give me my flowers and give me all the honor and praise he can. But I go up to the courthouse and I can't never see Dan, and I'm a joke. Look at me now. And he understood where I was coming from. Look at me now. I've done got 2 sponsors, more coming. That's already done big things for me in the past 2 weeks.
That's good.
It's probably
So I told him the truth. I didn't appreciate Dan not contacting me back on body cam footage I've sent you. Or when he did, I didn't get the answers I wanted, actually. That's the only time Dan contacted me back after I called 50 times. Every time, every other time I've went in there, every other time I've called, he'll call me back or he ain't there. And I feel like they laugh and talk about me like I'm a joke. Well, look at me now. I'm the political. I'm the what am I? Don Lemon, the Larry King of the political game right now. Tucker Carlson here in Harlan. Everybody's listening to what's going on Crack 40 TV. Believe me, whether there's 15, 20 people in here right now, believe me, the big dogs will hear about what's on here, or they'll know what we got. I don't know. 20. Okay, if we was on TikTok too, they'd all know already. But believe me.
Well, I know I took the same, like I said, I took the same interview I give those two, and I pretty much got a lot of my plans out there.
Let me ask you this without it. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Tell Gloria to hit you with the third most important question. Tell her to hit you with it right now if she ain't done went to bed. I want to hear your answer.
He wants to know what you think was one of the most important questions on that paper.
Not the top. The top 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a random question, but not the main issue.
Hang on, I'll get. Where's the paper at? Because she said they're all good questions. So,
go with number 3.
Let me see it.
Read the question and give me your response, Mr. Stewart.
Well, here you go. I'll tell you what. I'll read every question off to you, and you can tell me stop when you want me to answer.
All right.
Question number 1 is, what motivated you to run for District 2 Magistrate, and what do you hope to achieve? You want me to answer that?
Keep going. Chad, if you see one, let me know.
What experience do you have with budgeting and financial management, and how would you prioritize county spending?
Keep rolling.
How much experience do you have in working with local government and policy making?
Keep rolling.
How do you plan on engaging with the public to make sure their voices are heard?
Next.
What do you think is the biggest problem in District 2, and how do you plan to address the issue?
Answer that one.
Well, the biggest problem, I think, is the culverts, the ditches. If they was cleaned out with an excavator, real good, not just the trash picked up, get all the sticks, the leaves, debris, get these culverts cleaned out from the Virginia line up Black Mountain all the way down 38. The water can go to the river. It won't be going over the road. It won't be going into their yards and all that. I think that is the number one thing that needs done. The second thing I think needs done is a lot of these trees cut over off of 38, especially past Everett's. It is horrible up there. A lot of them overhang, and it's very dangerous. They could fall at any time and take somebody's life. I mean, if I'm your magistrate, I'm going to go to 38's a state road. I don't own a tuxedo, so I'm going to have to go buy one and put one on and go up there and talk to Frankfurt if I can't get it done over the phone. So, but that's got to be done.
Okay, let me give you a response. What did Eddie Manning tell us in them meetings that I went to with you on the sewer and other stuff? Kyle, Frankfurt, Kyle. So we need to get your district to Kyle, because that give me a political hard on. I hate to say it that way, but you're correct. How many deaths have been caused? I remember in high school, them land people got killed during a storm because the tree fell on 38. My freshman year, like March of 97 or something, And how many other deaths up that way on 38? And like you said, past average. Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
one fall right as I was going by and exploded behind me. I literally said, God, let me make it under as it was coming off the mountain and exploded behind my car. I was going to pick my wife up from work that night.
Well, now, if you look, you know how they redid coming in from Pennington Gap. They redid back a year and a half ago. They was cutting all that because they was rerouting it, I guess. Why can't they get all them linemen up there to start at the Virginia line and work their way back down and cut all them trees off the road like that? By God,
Yep. That's
I
what I
mean
try to get done.
that was a lot of the state people because they wanted to get rid of it that way and took all them homes out of there. Ignited Coyote's got a good video on that. And all them people had to leave that holler for nothing. So yeah, they do need to do that. But okay, give me another question.
Okay, let's see.
I got that one.
As more young people go to the polls, you that may not know what the problems the magistrate handles, what would you like the public to bring to your attention if elected?
The 13th.
Speak on that because
I
I'm
want you to bring everything to my attention. And if it's not something that the magistrate can handle, I will point you in the proper direction to talk to the proper people to get your problem taken care of.
okay. That's a good idea because my stronghold right now is with the youth, and I'm going to be going around signing folks up to vote.
Yeah.
And
A
I'll
lot of
help
young
you
people don't
too.
know what the magistrate does. A lot of them look on TV, on YouTube, and they see them doing court and things like that. And that's not what we do in Harlan. We don't have that power anymore. Even though we're still called justices of peace, we don't have the power to set bonds or anything like that. I think they can still marry a couple, but that's about it.
Well, I think that the youth definitely, these kids coming out of high school and then high school and southeast or whatever, they I want all them in this balls deep in this race, like elderly or middle aged folks are into politics. I want these kids balls deep involved in who's going to be doing what and voting. And me and Austin's going to get out, and me and Jeff's going to get out, Jeff Mariota, and I'm going to go around with them guys and talk to all the youth I see out. We're going to pull up with the registry forms and sign them up right there on the spot.
That's good. That needs to be done.
Yeah. I'm
You've
going to
done
pull
it.
up with Austin like a boss and Jeff, and we're going to get these boys and these girls that love Crack 40 TV. We're going to sign them up to vote right there on the spot. Why do you think I'm not cussing? Why do you think my content's changed up? I've switched up into Bradley Inlow because I'm wanting to help these people and make a difference. And now that I see who all's watching me and paying attention, hey, you're in a good spot to have a lot of eyes on you right now yourself because you're my friend over anything. But
I want all them young people. If they got a problem, bring it to me. And like I said, if it's not something that the magistrate handles, I will tell them which channel they need to seek help for.
okay, I got a question. Back in the day, magistrates, if you got a ticket, you could go to Paul Caldwell or whoever, just using for example, Jim Roddy, and get a ticket, a good old fashioned ticket took care of. Well, with the internet and a legal and online trail and a paper trail nowadays, that's not going to be happening much no more, is it?
Won't happen with me. No, I will not do nothing that violates my constitutional oath that I took for office. No. So,
Mark's got the Constitution in his head.
and the next question on my list was Hope High. We done discussed that pretty much.
I'm drinking your coffee right now, Viper. I'm not sure which one actually made me, but this is actually Viper's coffee. And when I get my lazy ass up, I'll plug your coffee again. You can drop your link for your coffee. Mark, I hate to interrupt you, but this stream's also being brought to you by Lightning Viper's Coffee, who he sent me 3 different kind and 2 coffee cups, and it's a very, very good.
That's awesome. I'm glad you get some sponsors, man. Channel.
I mean, I am too. I think that's the citrus kind. But anyway, back to what you was talking about. Shylock, Mark's got the Constitution in his brain already. I can tell you that. He's educated me.
Oh yeah.
But how else can we get the youth involved in voting this year?
Do a lot of public speaking. The young folks love
Yep.
to. The young love to gather in groups.
Yep. I definitely agree that I'm not, I don't know any other way to say this, but when you say public speaking, the Charlie Kirk route, like, I didn't know who he was until he died. But what I'm saying is, like, when you say public speaking, yeah, you get out here, get a good old fashioned Mark Stewart, Harlan, Kentucky Transparency Magistrate fish fry.
Yeah.
Old fashioned, putting grease on a pole, climbing up a pole and stuff like we had in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that would be great. We could get that popping between both of our channels. We could get that popping, and that's something that I can do with Austin too, because my number 1 and 2 and 3 are you and Austin and Jeff and you are my 1, 2, and 3, and you're automatically there because of friendship.
Well, I appreciate that.
I mean, regardless, but via friendship and Amos Pace. Amos would make a great mayor. He was breaking down stats to me. And honestly, I'm not knocking Amos in any way. He's a wrecker, man. The way he was breaking down some shit to me impressed me today. And you know they give out turkeys off their own dollar every year, twice a year, and they give them out today over 100, and give them out last month at over 100.
Yep.
So I think you and Amos, yeah, that's the citrus kind Viper. I think you and Amos could really do, or the Fields guy or whoever, y'all could do some really great things for the city of Everton District 2.
Well, I plan on it. And I'm
What up, JR? Or Jay?
I can work with anybody. And my next question was, you're a supporter of tourism of District 2, correct? And the answer is yes. There's 2,000 acres of land that never has been added to the Black Mountain Off-Road Park. That addition would boost tourism by about 15 to 20% by adding new trails and places to go. Do you have any plans to contact the landowners who are currently in Pennsylvania to get that addition added to the park? And the answer to that is, if I'm elected the very first day I'm in office, I want to look at that contract. I want to see when it was supposed to go back to the park and how it was supposed to go back to the park. I do not want to open that up a little bit at a time. If it was supposed to have went back to them years ago, I want it to go back to them immediately. And the next question was about the Harlan 500. And we discussed that. And then we got other counties around Harlan have removed the railroad tracks and turned them into ATV roads, which keeps them off the main highways from fast moving traffic. It would also allow them to visit other areas of Harlan County as well safely. Would you be in favor of doing something like that here in District 2?
I would.
Yeah, I'm going to try to. Yeah, that was my 10th question. Number 11 is, I've seen a lot of parks and playgrounds. We kind of covered that, vandalized over the past few months. Do you have any plans on trying to help put a stop to the vandalism in the public playgrounds? We talked about putting them on cameras and stuff. How would you ensure transparency and accountability in your decision-making process? And what steps are you going to maintain public trust? Everything I do will be recorded. If I'm elected, the meetings that's not online will now be available online. If I'm out magistrating, doing my job, it's going to be recorded. You know, like we talked about earlier with the runoff. I'm going to record that runoff.
Believe that he will record every move he
Everything
makes.
be transparent, even down
Yes.
to the dollars. I mean, everything will be transparent. And the next question on it was, do you support making county meetings and documents available online? Yes, I do. And then, do you support body cameras on law enforcement officers in Harlan County? And how would you implement the funding? Like I said, there's grants available in Frankfort. We'd apply for them, see what we could get, see what we can do to get them on them. What do you believe is pressing safety concerns in District 2, and how would you address them? We talked about the hanging trees and all that stuff. And how much of it do I think I'll get accomplished? And I'm going to try to get every bit of it accomplished in the 6 years that I'm elected, if I am. Now, here's some good citizen questions you might like. Jenny asked, can you do anything to help get the driver's license renewal back to Harlan? I honestly don't know if we can do anything or not, but I do know it is a pain in the neck for our citizens to drive all the way to Pineville. So if we can get this back in Harlan, yes, I'd love to have it.
Yes, large facts.
William asked me, do you have any plans to help the homeless in the district? Like I mentioned about that general fund, putting up so much of my paycheck. I'm going to be your Brewster's Millions. If you ever watched that movie, Magistrate, the guy that had to leave with nothing when he come in, that's pretty much going to be me. So for the homeless, if I can find a building and buy it, it'll be the people's building. And we'll turn it into a place for the homeless to go to. I don't really think this district has a bad homeless problem. If they do, I don't know where they're at, but we'll help them. We'll help them as much as we can. Jason asked me about the water, said he had brown water coming out, and if I had any plans to help clean it up, which done told you there with my YouTube channel, we done got the new plant coming, new tower coming, all that. So the water will get better. We're going to try to do something about all the chemicals they have to put in it. Maybe find a better water source, but we'll figure something out there. But so far, the water has improved. We've not had an outage in a very long time. So
the Everett's police chief is Brian Napier, correct?
Yep.
And Denny Pace.
Yep. He's assistant.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. You remember I went to a meeting with you and they had done a raid and mentioned that they had found a pink substance right around the time Diddy got raided and the Tootsie, aka Diddy's pink shit, was popping everywhere. I am the one that alerted the Everett City Police to what that was and educated them right there in the meeting. Did I not?
Yes, you did.
So my question is, do you think that the Everett's police needs more of a out of town drug awareness program themselves because they're putting fentanyl, xylazine, ketamine, all these other drugs into everything in the world and sending them in here?
Well, that's where your sale of alcohol is going to come into play. Everett's only has $150,000 for their police force. So they can't really afford to send them to any more training unless it's free. You know, I know they keep their cops trained the best they can. I do know that. But without adequate funding, if we can't dissolve that police fund and let the alcohol tax take care of it, there's not much more training they can get. I mean, you can only spend so much money. And if 150,000 is what you got to run your police force, that's what you got to spend, you know. And I would like to see them be able to hire more officers. Those boys are overworked. I mean,
yes. And to their credit, Denny is way younger than me, and he's got at least 14 years in as a cop, and Brian Napier's probably got 20 plus in. They're very experienced, good cops.
Yeah.
I have no issues with either one of them. Denny just hadn't been made aware of what Tootsie was yet, and I straight schooled him and give him an education, and he was more than happy that I give him that, and that helped him be safer on his patrols, on
Yeah.
what he, and stuff like that in the future.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to catch some heat for this. More drugs come out of Cumberland and Everett and Pyth Fork than anywhere in this fucking county. From up 38, should I say. I'm going to catch some heat for that, but it's easy to get it in if you ease down fucking and slip through wires and slip in up that way. It's easy, it's easy to come across Slow Holler, but Cumberland's so hot they call it Little Shy. What can Everett do about with two cops? What the fuck can they do? And we're Preston County cops up that way right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're just going. Well, Everett's is only patrolling Everett, so I mean,
Right.
they're just going to do the best they can, my friend, on that.
They do, though. They do. Credit where credit's due.
Yeah, they put in close to 500 man hours last month between the two.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Cancer is killing more people than normal. Can you find out why?
well, no, but I believe the government has a cure, but they just make more money treating you than curing you.
On Larry Hoover. You're exactly right. I do think that there's some cancer that definitely comes out of shit that comes from the coal leaking and other things like the shit, feces, whatever, people pissing urine in the waters that's not getting cleaned good enough. I think so. Because I looked at my water the other day in a measuring cup and it was like, all fucked up. Hell, I was live. I showed my live. I really don't even trust, unless I'm drinking coffee, cooking, or showering. I don't even use my water. I don't drink no water in this county, and I'm on city water.
Well, I use it, so
I'm not going to drink a cup of ice water. I drink Pure Life water or something. But
I use water.
well, what's your next question on your list, Mr. Stewart?
That was actually all of them. It was
Okay.
pretty simple. Yeah, I didn't want to take a lot of their time. It was like just a 30-minute interview, maybe.
Well,
we all finished pretty close around the same time, around 30 minutes. So,
okay, I got a serious question for you that is, some people may think I'm acting ignorant with this question, but in all due fairness, I'm not. The Shelby Shell unaliving of the Everett's mayor at the time, Ronnie King, Shelby's had a mistrial and everything over that. We can't nobody prove for sure Shelby was the only culprit in that. We can't prove for sure, even though his DNA was in there because he's had mistrials, that he's guilty. Is that something that you would try to make the state police reinvestigate?
I don't know if I can.
If it's, you're right, that's a iffy question if a magistrate could even do anything about that. But I know personally that if Shelby did that, he wasn't alone. And we all know Jimbo and Ernie set him up and they was in on it somehow, some way. Margaret Shaw's got a video I won't talk about that shows Ernie and someone else. I won't rat the other person out. Around that night with a gas jug. And I won't even bring it up. I won't say the person's name that's in it. But I think that's something that should be looked into again. But like you're just like that's something I don't even know who could get that popping again.
I don't either, because I think you have to go through your court of appeals and all that. So
Yeah,
I don't think I think that's pretty much out of control. I wouldn't care to ask the judge executive though. I mean,
I would if you could get in there. I would try to get somebody to get the state police to reinvestigate that. And there's a couple people, if they busted on real hard and interrogated with video footage I seen, they'd break and tell it. There was other people involved. Now, I'm not ratting on them. The people that's already been said, I'll say their names, but I'm not going to bring nobody else's name into it myself.
right.
I think that man was a pedophile and got what he deserved regardless. But I think it should be looked back into, and Shelby should get a decent, normal trial, unlike he got when Ernie was in his trial and everybody questioned Ernie being gay and his family told that, which ain't got nothing to do with anything. That was a crazy trial. But yeah, I don't know if you could do anything about that as a magistrate or not. It just crossed my mind.
No, I really don't think I can, but I would ask the county judge though. I mean, that's one thing. I'm not scared to ask them anything. I mean,
So who are you pulling for, or you don't want to say for county judge executive, or
no,
who? Do
I'll keep that. I can't. I'm not going to endorse any candidates. You know,
Okay,
so
okay,
not publicly.
understandable. I feel you.
But I will tell you, I think, and honestly, I think they all are great candidates. I really do, and I think it's going to be a tough race for every one of us. I mean, I think it's going to take. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's going to take a true grassroots movement to actually move to win this for anybody. I don't think anybody's going to be able to sit back on the internet and hang signs up and win this. I really don't, because I know the people of Everett's want transparency. I know a lot of the people in this district want transparency. When I filed that Friday on the 18th, I was out getting signatures, and a lady signed my paper there. So I started campaigning. And the first thing out of her mouth was, "Are you taking your camera with you?" And I said, "My camera will be everywhere I go." And she said, "Thank God, we need that here." I mean,
Large facts.
so transparency and accountability is definitely coming with me. That's for sure.
Definitely needs to be around. Everything does needs to be recorded.
Yes. Especially when it comes to your government. You need to know what they're doing,
Yeah, yeah.
because they're spending your money. Oh,
If you could put a swimming pool somewhere in Everett, like we had down here, where would it be a good location if you could get one put in?
oh God, I don't know, because we got so many RV parks now. Where the old pool was is now an RV park. So I don't know. Maybe we could put one in Hope High around that area.
That was running through my brain actually, kind of, because I'm just thinking up that way. Maybe down where the jail's at.
Well, yeah, down there would be good. Be a
I
good
mean,
type environment.
that would bring money to the county if you charge $2 a head for 2 hours or $3, whatever it was, like back in the day at the law pool.
Yeah,
Kids would be in and out of that motherfucker.
yep, all day long.
And that would be a good place to put something. It floods right there, so even though the jails never got flooded, it's got close.
Yeah,
And I mean close. But you would have to put stuff there like something you're going to expect to get flooded.
yeah, yeah. We'd definitely build it up. about road level or something there.
But I think that would be a great place. I can remember watching Crocodile Dundee there and Caddyshack maybe, or another movie when I barely can remember a drive-in theater there, just barely. And my granny Sharon and Chan Smith, she was fucking old Papo Chan then. They took me up there to a couple of movies. And, I mean, that's a big area. Just that. Why not use that for something?
Well, we could. Depends on how much of it the jail owns. I don't know what's owned between the jail and Hope High and what the county owns in there, but we could figure something out, especially if the people wanted it. I want to put in whatever the people want. I mean,
Well, we're all wanting a swimming pool like they got down there at Camp Blanton, but bigger. And we want one that people can get like the Loyal pool, but bigger.
well, we'll see if
I
we.
don't know why we can't get that somewhere in this county. And District 2's got a lot of land.
District 2 is actually the biggest district in Harlan County.
Exactly. So look at all the land where things could be built at, bro. Dollar stores or all them people that's got to go from up Everett's past your way all the way across the mountain or down to Save a Lot.
Might
Why
be a
not
good
use all
project.
of that right there for businesses?
That might be a good project to talk to Marietta about. Have him put it in there with the Harlan 500. Put it up there on that mountain.
It's a good point because you know people that swim, run track, and or run in the mountains or you bicycle the mountains, you know they're gonna love to swim for cardio.
Yeah. I mean, he could have plans already in building one. I don't know.
Well, he may because I've definitely brought it up to him and he loves my ideas and I support him and he supports me and I got his back all the way. And I want to be like I've got some ideas. I've not got to talk to him yet, but I'm going to in the next day or so. I'm going to hang out with him for a little bit, talk to him. You know, him and his wife was in Boston when the bombings happened.
Yeah.
And I heard their side of the story on that, and I'm going to have him and Sky, his lovely wife, on my podcast, and I'm going to go into a deep dive on just that with them because they was right there in that same community, and their story, they've got a story to tell on just that. So, but yeah, they'll be on the podcast. I'll have Sean Miller on here. I'll have he said Kim, his wife, Dr. Kim Miller at Front Porch Medical, the only doctor in the 606 area code, excuse me, that's prescribing the marijuana card, will be probably coming on to explain the benefits of why to get it. So, hopefully I can get Jim Roddy. I don't think it'll be hard. I'll get Mitch. That won't be nothing. He was on my Crack 40 TV YouTube or TikTok the other night, him and Sean Miller forever, and we had a great conversation. So Mitch won't be hard to get on Crack 40 TV Unplugged. Kobe shouldn't be hard at all to get. So got any large buildings with no center post? That dude from Bristol is looking for another location for his skating rink. His ranks bring in out of towners. Adult skating is getting big again.
Yeah, I seen somebody on Facebook today asking who owned Gary's skating ring now up there.
That bitch can be rebuilt easily.
Yep.
Very easily. Or I don't see why. Well, I mean, there may be reasons. The second or third floor of the beer company would be a great place. But there's also plenty of places up Everett's past Shields on up through there that I think that's a pretty far distance, but still, that's a good. I mean, all that beautiful land up there. Have like some kind of clear glass where you can look at the mountains and skate or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we got a lot of natural beauty we need to take advantage of. Highest
Hey,
point in the state. We actually have 11 of 13 highest points in the state right here in Harlan County. So,
I definitely agree. Just like if you go across the road from where Garage Cuts is or the dollar store, top of Suki Ridge, if you go over in Tank Less and Base Hall, or you've been over in there, and you go up in there and go over to look where you can look down over on Pine Mountain, that's the most prettiest place I've ever been in my life. So
yeah,
there's a lot of other areas just like that that we need to take advantage of.
yep.
I just don't see why people ain't already done jumped on it and done the shit.
Well, I think a lot of people's just scared to invest in the area. It's like the Mexican restaurant. They're waiting to see where this alcohol tax goes because they're already on the verge of leaving the city. I mean,
Really?
yes. I mean,
I
they're
was
they're
told good things about them.
yep.
Well,
Lightning Viper said something about we have to make kids part of the solution, not part of the problem. Include them, listen to them, and get their suggestions. I done said I want all the youth. If you're a registered voter, I mean, you come talk to me. And if I can't fix your problem, then I'll put you in the right direction of the people you need to talk to. I mean, I'd like to see the youth more involved in politics.
I would too.
And
I see.
hopefully, these gatherings that I'm going to be doing when it warms up, that I can get more of the youth to come since they like to gather up.
Bro, if they know I'm pulling up, they'll pull up. We'll get them popping. You just do the cooking. We'll pull them in. Won't be no problem. You
Yep,
got enough
I am a man
pull.
of word.
You got enough pull on your own, but I'm going to be pulling up on people. I've been campaigning for over 2 weeks. I ain't shut up. Like, I've not shut up in about 16 days.
Well,
Campaigning for
say,
2 people.
I wasn't allowed to say nothing because I was seriously going to run until I filed all my paperwork, done everything online I needed to do. It kind of shocked them when I walked out of the courthouse because they was like, you need to go do this now and you need to go do that now. And I'm like, all that's done. I just need my paperwork where I can file for the voter precincts. I need the precincts number and I need the registration of all my Republican voters. They was amazed that I didn't have my online stuff took care of. And big shout out to my notary on that because he helped me a lot with that. But yeah, as soon as I walked out, I was allowed to campaign. I mean, and I've been campaigning since the 18th hardcore. I mean, I've gained a ton of support in 3 days, 4 days. I mean, I lit a match, and the other day, today with that interview I done, and yesterday I poured some gas on it, brother. I mean,
Now, who was the other interview with besides your wife?
was with both of the magistrates that was probably going to win before I jumped in. Carl Canterbury and Buell Fee, BJ Fee. They're both on my channel. And then I had my wife ask me the same questions I asked them, took the same interview. And plus, I also told them, BJ wrote me and he's like, I'd like to do, as before he knowed I was running, he wrote me like Thursday. And he wanted to know if we could sit down and do a bench talk. I'm still a paid journalist. I'll sit down and promote them just as much as I'll promote me. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't care a bit. I'm not in this to lose friends. I'm not in it to gain friends. I'm in this to take care of the people of District 2. That's what I
Hey,
mean.
if anybody that's running against you wants to come on here, they've got the option. If I give you the option, it's only fair to give them the option.
Yeah,
Just
I
like
don't
if
care. I don't care to sit there and give them the whole spotlight and let them talk about their campaign and keep my mouth shut. I mean,
Paul Caldwell told me in no way in hell he'd give me an interview. I said, all right. I told him straight up I had to, as much as he's done for me and my family and as close as him and my granny was, I had to ride with somebody else this year. And I'm like, you should, give me an interview and this and that. And it's like, ain't no chance in hell and this and that. And I'm like, all right, Paul. We
Paul's
still
agreed
go.
to
I
sit
ain't got, I ain't got nothing against him. I love Paul. But he's not winning this time.
He's agreed to sit down with me before I started running, and I hope they'll sit down with me because, I'm still a journalist. And Mitch agreed to sit down with me. Paul actually was ready for me a couple of Sundays ago, but I was actually not available. I was out of town. He was up this way campaigning, hanging his signs, and he wanted to do that interview then, but I wasn't available.
I was talking about Paul Caldwell, but Paul Browning, I think I can get an interview with Paul. I want an interview with Paul. Bobby Crowder's going to give me an interview. So Paul's the only one I've not out of the county judge executives. I know I can get Kobe. So uh, I Paul's the only one I ain't got locked in out of them four.
He likes to talk now.
Well, I've known Powell since back in the Fairview crew days when he had the WOT was popping and he had the tire shop up at the top of Sookie Ridge across from my granny's trailer park. Me and him and Joe Jones and Jeremy Jones, Cowboy Jones, and Joe Ball, uh, hell, Boy Dre, that whole crew, Doyle Smith. We all stayed up in that motherfucking tire shop having a blast, man. Poor boys that my Papa John used to own in that build trailer. So I know Paul a long time, but I've not reached out to him yet. But he knows that Adam Gibbons come on and said some things about him last week, and I want Paul to respond
Right.
because Adam did have some facts.
Yep. Facts speak.
I plan on interviewing everybody that's on the ballot if possible. And if they don't want to, well, sorry, that's your fuck up. There might be 17 watching now, but it's okay. There'll be people watch, people hear, people talk. Crank 40's the place to get the news right now, and everybody knows it. So if you want something local, I'm the man. And a lot of people didn't even know, and I don't even know how much I'm supposed to speak on it, but they told my brother, I know 3 weeks ago the liquor store got sold to the Indians. A lot of people didn't even know that. I knowed it three or
Everything.
4 weeks ago, and then I found out for sure. I asked somebody about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's a done deal." And now the Indians is in that motherfucker. They paid them a whop, I reckon. No,
Yeah, they're buying up everything they can buy.
yeah. Well, they ain't got the vapes to sell. What are they going to sell out of them cigarette vape stores now? All the vape stores in the county, what are they going to do now?
I don't know.
They ain't got kratom. They ain't got gummies. They ain't got vapes no more after January 1st. They ain't got gummies. And them gummies help me, but I can decarb my own weed and make anything. So I still wish they'd leave the gummies alone, but damn. Oh well.
Yeah, Frankfurt, you can't do nothing about them.
Nah, but you can get your grain card from Dr. Kim Miller and go to a dispensary and get them. Or you can get you some weed, make you some butter, make you some decarb. make you some sugar. My dad can make sugar. Me and him's going to do a stream here in a few days. It's a members only because I'm trying to just do political and stuff, what for the youth. But everybody needs to know ways that you can use cannabis to help yourself. He gave me some stuff to put on my leg, some lotion that was made out of CBD and marijuana, whatever was in it, and it helped instantly, and it helped a while. And we're going to. He said we drunk some coffee that had can of sugar in it, infused sugar. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do all that with him. It takes like 10, 20 days. Sitting in the freezer, you got to leave the flour in there and put alcohol in it and this and that. It's a pretty cool process. Here in a few days, which is going to be a members only thing.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and the can of sugar worked, and it was the smallest scooper you could use. If I had about two more scoops of that, it was great and level and perfect. And by the time you drink your coffee, you feel it. It really works. So I'm gonna show y'all a lot of stuff with that because how many people's got off drugs with cannabis? Think about it. Help me.
I'd say
Help me. I mean, once I got stoned off butter or decarb, I didn't want to go start. I didn't want to just get bored and go jab Suboxone in my arm no more. It helped me a lot. Smoking it, just I got a tolerance. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna be showing you a lot of things here in a few days, and I guess for now, Mark, I'm gonna get out here and chill a minute, rest up, and I might come back live and go for a ride or a walk or something. I might not. I don't know.
well,
But Mark, you got my backings. Get with me tomorrow. I
make
go
sure
there.
that's watching. If you live in District 2, if you ain't a Republican, you need to change your party by December 31st. I got links on my page there if you want to change your party. And vote for me if you want to make this district better for all of us.
Mark Stewart, Harlan County, Kentucky, Transparency, HKCT-Everts on YouTube. And you got your TikTok going?
Yeah, it's Harlan County Transparency there. Same thing.
Okay. Well, then you get right there's his name. You can get a hold of him via Messenger. But if you will, we'll be back for another part and bigger political debates in the future, bigger political discussions with candidates. Hopefully, we can get like two or three candidates from each district running at the same time on here, swapping ideas or arguing or, debating. And we can do a lot of things, but I'm telling you, the podcast is coming. And you better get in where you fit in because we're going to be the we're going to be the engine pulled on the train this year and try to get everybody in there I want in there, and you're one of them.
Well, you know me. I'll sit down and talk to anybody who wants to talk to me. So.
Yes, sir. And he will definitely record you. Yep. I mean, he'll walk right in the meeting and pull up 10 cameras and set them where he wants them and sit down and ask a million questions and does not give a fuck.
Yep.
And we'll tell you, I do not identify myself.
No, I'm a good citizen.
Yep.
And let everybody know, too, if they live in the city of Everett and is watching this, I'll be at the post office tomorrow after work getting signatures. There, Save a Lot 1. You'll see my SUV parked there. It'll say free beer on the back of it. So, come sign. Let's get Everett's on the ballot for alcohol sales.
Well, I might try to come to Everett's and sell some hoodies at the same time.
Come on up.
That might help us both.
I leave work about 5:30, and I just go up there and set up for about an hour, and then I come home. I mean, I do that Monday through Friday. So
A tornado shelter for the community is a good question. Because I'll tell you what, when that last round come through here back in the summer, we got lucky.
Yep, it was close.
I went to London and that destruction was less than less than a half a quarter of a mile from my papa's house. I seen what it did in London. And all we could think about was running over into Lowell School because it was just the biggest building there, but the oldest building there. And we didn't know what to do. We was tripping. We didn't even know how to get in this building if the tornado would have veered just a little bit south. I'm a radar nerd. So a tornado shelter, that's a good question.
Yep.
Who could get someone in the middle of a storm, depending on where you're at? But yeah, that we need a tornado shelter. I got tornado phobia.
Yeah,
I think we need several.
It's hard to get everybody together in one spot.
But right here in town, say you had a F4 come through Harlan City. Well, if I went in the bottom of this building, I'd still probably die. If we went to the courthouse and could get on the ground floor, well, you're looking out at it's still like if you're looking out that side door, you're looking at your on ground level. So the post office, if you could get in the bottom of the post office, I don't even know where the safest spot in Harlan would be. I would say the bottom of the post office, but I've looked in there, the doors are shut because they use it for stuff, and I don't know. I'd say get in the car more, try and haul y'all and try to run from it.
Get underground or get in a ditch. Lay down in a deep ditch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's it. Well, it's Crack 40 TV. I'm going to think on the tornado situation myself.
Yeah.
Great interview, Mr. Mark Stewart from Harlan County, Kentucky Transparency /Everett's on YouTube and TikTok. And if you come to Harlan, I mean, he runs the hotel. He works hard every day. I can't never get a hold of him when I fuck up and call Mark all the time, forgetting he's at work. What is it? I'm at work. I can't talk. Message me. So he's always at work. He's always busy at work, and he's a hardworking man, and he takes care of the hotel. And it ain't no crazy one like the other one. We only got two. And I support Mark. I've known him 30-some years.
Imagine how hard I could work for these citizens.
I've known him since 93, probably. So what's that tell you?
Long time.
With him. Staying with him. But anyway, Mark, I'm out. It's Crack 40 TV.
You too, brother. Bless you. Have a good day.
All right. See you.